Hey guys, so today I'm going to be sharing what is next for me and my life now that I am a single mom and I have started an entirely new chapter in my life, or an entirely new book, really. We got separated in January, and then our divorce was final mid to late April. So it's January now, so it's been a year since we separated and this whole journey for me began. I had an idea of what I wanted to do and what I wanted my life to look like going forward, but I needed to take a minute and just get my footing and focus on being a mom for a second. It's kind of like a bomb went off, or a massive earthquake just came and just shook everything up. And I'm grateful that I was able to take the time that I needed for me and for the kids to really just get our footing again, gather ourselves, take some deep breaths, and just focus on each other. But all the while, my wheels have been turning on what I want my life to look like and what brings me joy. This past year has been the hardest year of my life, but it has been the most rewarding year of my life, and I genuinely feel so happy. Divorce is never something that I wanted. It's never something that anybody wants. And whether it was a good thing or a bad thing, it's hard and it's devastating, and you mourn the loss of what you thought was going to be and what you think should have been, and everything in between. But there has never been a day where I have regretted my decision. And it's hard to explain, especially since I can't go into details, but I'm just me now, and I'm just able to be me now. I remember when I was going through the divorce, I kept thinking to myself, you have to be stronger than you've ever been. And I kept doing things, and I would look back and think, I can't believe I just did that. I can't believe I was just strong enough to do that. And I felt so proud of myself. But then I also knew that the next day I had to be 10 times stronger than I was that day. It took all of the strength and all of the courage that I had to leave my marriage. I feel like I came crawling out of it. And there were things that I needed to do and things that I needed to fight for, and I couldn't. It took everything in me just to do what I had to do. Everything in me. It was so hard. It was hard. And looking back at that Brittany that was so scared and so cowardly, but also doing something that was so strong. It's like my heart breaks for her, but I also am so damn proud of her. I'm so proud of her. This past year, I have grown so much. I am so much stronger now. I am so much happier now. I'm so much more confident now. I promise I didn't mean to cry or be cheesy, but I kind of just want to get out what's on my heart. Part of my new journey going forward is being vulnerable with you guys. And it might bring criticism and it might bring haters. There's a lot that I don't know, and there's a lot that I do wrong. There's a lot that I'm afraid of. But I believe in being happy, and I believe in being grateful. And I have so many dreams, so many dreams. And I just want to be open and real and honest and vulnerable with you guys. Because I know that so many of you are in the same boat, even if you didn't go through a divorce. Everybody has their struggles. Everybody has their dreams that they're wanting to chase, but they're afraid. Everyone has their insecurities. Everyone's trying so hard to be better. And if me just being open and real with you guys helps just one person to not feel alone, then that's why I'm here and that's why I'm doing this. Growing up, my mom was really sick and in and out of the hospital, and my parents were divorced and my dad was remarried, and us kids kind of just raised ourselves, and I took care of my mom. She wasn't the kind of mom that like helped with homework and did my hair for school. It was more me doing her hair slash wig. I would style her wig for her. And bathing her and helping her get dressed and fed and give her her medicine and all of those things. And then she passed away when I was 10. I feel like I never had parents in the traditional sense that taught you things and helped you achieve your goals and your dreams. And so I looked to other people. I looked to famous people and their stories. And I looked to my friends and their parents and family members. And I just tried to absorb everything that I could from everyone around me to teach me the things that I needed to be taught. And it kind of gave me this sense of community, of people just kind of locking arms and having a support. Whether it's a celebrity that you look up to, or a girl that you see at church that you don't really know, but you know her story and you admire her from afar, or a best friend, or a best friend's mom, or a brother, or whatever the case was, and you learn from them and you get inspiration from them and you get support from them. And I think it's that sense of community that I grew up with, of relying on so many people to help me achieve my dreams, that made me start my YouTube channel. Because I know it sounds cheesy as hell, but I visualize you and me just locking arms and doing this together. I shared on my Instagram me going to the gym for the first time and how afraid I was, and I had shared on another Instagram story that my goal this year is to continue to dance with fear. Last year I did a lot of dancing with fear. I used to be so afraid of being afraid. And last year I was like, you're gonna do a lot that you're gonna be afraid of, and you have no choice. You have no choice. You have to look fear in the eye and you can't bow down. You just have to grab it and waltz with it and just make it a dance and make it fun and exciting and allow it to strengthen you, because you can't afford to just back down anymore. And so over on my Instagram, I have been sharing little things that I'm doing every day, those fears that I'm learning to dance with. And you guys started sharing with me little fears that you guys are facing. And I loved it. It fed my soul, and it gave me the strength and motivation and inspiration to keep chasing my fears, because I felt like I was locking arms with you guys and we were doing this together, and that's why I'm here and that's why I do what I do. So keep doing that. I've also asked for pictures. Nobody has sent me pictures yet. I want to see you guys conquering your fears. It brings me so much joy. We all have challenges. We were all born with something in our life that makes our life harder. We all have a challenge that we have to face, and we can either face it head on or we can use it as a crutch our whole life and allow it to be the reason why we didn't do that thing. Chuck that crutch across the state. Gonna need a pretty strong arm for that. I wanted to say room, but I wanted it to be further away. I don't want you to be able to grab it again. And just do it. Do the thing that you've always wanted to do. Because we only have one life. Let's just do the thing that we've always wanted to do that just makes us happy. And if there's something in your life that's holding you back from being happy, figure it out. Figure out what you need to do to eliminate the negativity that it's bringing to your life. So, did not mean to get into that speech, but I did, and it's there, and I'm not deleting it. So getting into what this video is about, I asked myself that question. If you could live life without fear, and if you could do something that just makes you happy, and you got rid of the fear of failure, and you got rid of all the what ifs that you instantly start playing in your mind as soon as you think to do that thing, what would you do? I have always loved real estate. I have always loved interior design and designing houses. My ex and I built 5 houses through home builders during the course of our marriage, and I was very heavily involved in the design process and picking lots and neighborhoods and, you know, thinking about resale value and comps in the area and how much it would take us to build the house, and then how much we'd be able to sell the house for later, and how much money we'd make, and was it a smart investment, and all of that stuff. But also just like the fun stuff of designing a house. I've always loved home design ever since I was a kid. I would get magazines and I would cut out all of the pretty pictures of bedrooms and living rooms and kitchens, and I would glue it all on a piece of paper, and I would just dream of my life someday. Other kids were playing with Barbies. That's what I was doing, legit. So I knew that I wanted to do something along those lines. So at first I was thinking of being a home stager. Every time we would sell a home, I would always get compliments from the other agent, the buyer's agent, raving about how beautifully our house was staged. And I even got a couple job offers the last couple of times that we sold a house. And I was just focused on motherhood, so it wasn't something that I put too much thought into. So being a house stager was something that I was interested in, but wasn't quite hitting the nail on the head as far as what I had in my heart. And then I thought, well, I do social media, so maybe I could do social media for other real estate agents or home builders, and I thought that'd be fun, but again, not quite hitting that nail. So I asked myself the question again, if you could do anything without fear, just following your heart 100%, what would you do? And I knew that I would want to flip houses. I have always wanted to flip a house. It's been like on my bucket list that I've never actually written down because I was too afraid. I love designing houses, as you guys know, and so flipping houses would allow me to take this house that needs work and gut it and put my love and passion into it and make it something beautiful and then sell it. I love the process of selling a house. I know that it's really stressful for most people, but when we would sell a house, like my mouth would water. I loved the entire process, even the stressful parts of like negotiating and all of that stuff. Like, it's such an exciting type of stress and like exhilaration. I have always loved it. Flipping houses seems to just incorporate all of the things that I love, and I know that it's something that I'm already so passionate about. So I'm gonna chase that dream. I am so scared. When I moved out of the house that we had just built in my marriage, I took the buyout option, and so that is what's allowing me to take this next step. My plan is to continue to rent my place and then buy my first flip sometime soon. Flip it and then sell it and then keep doing that process. My goal is like 3 houses a year. I'm starting off small. I'm gonna start off with smaller houses. Like I'm trying to be as smart as I can be. I'm trying to not bite off more than I can chew. I'm trying to be super realistic. Even if I were to just flip 2 houses in my first year, this will be fine. I am so excited to take you guys on this journey with me. So excited. I know that a lot of my content in the past has been me designing houses and decorating and the build process. So I feel like switching it over into flipping houses will be a lot of that same kind of content of watching me design a kitchen and everything else, and seeing me stage the home. But I also want to take you guys behind the scenes and show you the raw and real and honest parts, the highs and the lows. I'm sure that there's going to be times that I achieved a goal and I feel like I just won the lottery or climbed the highest mountain, and I am sure that there's going to be other times that I'm like on the floor crying, and I'm going to share it all. Again, because we're a community and we're locking arms, and I want to do this together. I'm also going to be getting my real estate license down the road. I think I'm probably going to flip my first house before I actually get my real estate license, but the long-term goal is to be a real estate agent and flipping houses, and then I'd also like to start to collect income properties on top of all that. So that is the life goal going forward, and I'm gonna take you guys with me. So that is my plan. That is the dream that I would chase if I didn't let fear hold me back. I hope you guys enjoyed going on the journey with me, and I just wanted to say thank you again for your support. It means a lot, and it helps me more than you guys know. And I hope that I'm helping at least one of you in return. Okay, let's do this. Let's chase those dreams together. Honestly, I want to see your pictures. Send them over to Instagram of you guys doing your thing. It feeds my soul. All right, I hope you guys are having a great one. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.